Did you know that nearly 70% of older adults say they'd prefer to grow old in their own home rather than move into a nursing facility? It's not just a number, it's a heartfelt desire. The comfort of home, the memories in every corner, and the freedom of living on your own terms. Who wouldn't want that? But what if it feels like you don't have a choice? Nursing homes can be incredibly expensive. They can feel isolating. And most importantly, they're not always the best path to happiness. The good news, you do have better choices. And today, we're going to explore 6 powerful alternatives that are not only more affordable, but can also lead to a richer, more joyful life. Whether you dream of staying in your own home, living with loved ones, or joining a warm and supportive community, there's an option that could be the perfect fit for you. And trust me, our last solution, it surprises almost everyone. So stay with us until the end. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more practical, inspiring advice on aging well and living fully. Now, let me introduce you to Helen. She's a 72-year-old retired teacher who dedicated her life to helping others. But after a sudden health scare, everything changed. For the first time, Helen felt helpless. Her doctors brought up the idea of a nursing home. Her family was deeply concerned about her living alone. The costs of care, sky high. The fear of losing her independence, absolutely terrifying. Helen wasn't ready to give up her freedom, but she also didn't want to become a burden. She thought moving into a facility was her only path forward. Until she discovered something better. With just a bit of research and the right support, Helen found a way to stay independent, connected, and happier than ever. All without draining her life savings. And here's the best part. You can do it too. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how Helen avoided the nursing home and built a better life for herself. And you'll see how you might be able to do the same. Let's start with the most preferred choice, aging in place. Would you prefer to stay in your own home if it was safe and comfortable? Most seniors answer with a resounding yes. In fact, studies show that nearly 90% of older adults want to age in place. But the fear of falling, struggling with daily chores, or needing help in an emergency often keeps people from believing it's possible. The truth, with a few smart changes, your home can become a safe, supportive space. No nursing home required. Helen faced this very challenge. After her health scare, she worried about simple things, falling in the shower, managing daily tasks, and what would happen if she needed urgent help. But instead of moving, she made simple upgrades that completely changed her experience. Small changes, big impact. First, Helen installed grab bars in the bathroom and along hallways. Falls are one of the top causes of injury among seniors. These sturdy bars provided a sense of safety and confidence with every step. Next, she replaced slippery flooring with non-slip options. She didn't need a stair lift just yet, but she knew it was an option if her mobility ever changed. Lighting made a big difference too. She added motion-activated lights in key areas like hallways and bathrooms. Now, she never has to fumble for a switch in the dark. Smart home technology was another game changer. With voice-controlled lights, thermostats, and door locks, daily tasks became effortless, even with limited mobility. Still, one of Helen's biggest worries was what would happen in an emergency. So she invested in a medical alert system, a small wearable device that connects to emergency services or her family with just the press of a button. To feel even more secure, she added a video doorbell and smart cameras. Now, she can see who's at the door without getting up. No risk, no scams, no surprises. And when it came to help around the house, Helen hired a part-time caregiver, just 2 visits a week, helping with meals, groceries, and a bit of light cleaning. That small bit of assistance gave her a huge boost in independence and peace of mind. Depending on where you live, services like this may even be covered by Medicaid or local nonprofits, making them even more affordable. For Helen, all these little upgrades added up to something big. She got to stay in the home she loved, surrounded by memories, without the sky-high costs of a facility. And she's not alone. Millions of seniors across the country are successfully aging in place, with a combination of smart tools and a little support. But what if staying home still isn't quite enough? Maybe you need more help. Or maybe you simply don't want to be alone anymore. That's where our next option comes in. And it might just surprise you. Let's talk about co-housing. Have you heard of it? At first, Helen hadn't either. She never pictured herself living in a shared community. Independence had always been important to her. But after her health scare, the days felt long. Her children lived far away, and although she loved her home, she couldn't shake the loneliness. Then she discovered senior co-housing, a growing trend that blends independence with community. Unlike traditional retirement homes, co-housing communities are built for active seniors. You live in your own private home or apartment, but with access to shared spaces, group activities, and built-in support from neighbors. Helen found a cozy 1-bedroom apartment in a vibrant co-housing community. She even had her own little garden. But the real magic, the people. She shared a dining hall, fitness center, and lounge with others. They cooked meals together, hosted movie nights, book clubs, and yoga classes. If she needed a ride, a neighbor helped out. If someone else needed groceries, Helen pitched in. This wasn't just housing, it was family. And guess what? It cost far less than assisted living. In fact, her monthly expenses were nearly half what a nursing home would have been. Utilities, maintenance, even food, shared and affordable. Some co-housing communities use a cooperative model, meaning residents own or rent their space but manage the property together, making it even more cost-effective. But beyond the savings, Helen gained something priceless: connection. Loneliness is more than a feeling. It's been linked to real health issues like depression and heart disease. Co-housing fights that with friendship, purpose, and laughter. Helen still had privacy. She could enjoy her coffee alone or join her neighbors for a walk. It was all on her terms. Co-housing is perfect for those who want independence and interaction. A safe, social, and budget-friendly alternative to traditional senior care. Would you ever consider co-housing? Let us know in the comments. And if you're wondering about something even more personal, something that brings you closer to your family, our next solution might be exactly what you need. Let's talk about moving in with family. It sounds simple, but emotionally, it can be complex. Many seniors worry about being a burden, losing their freedom, or disrupting their children's lives. These concerns are real, but with open communication and a thoughtful plan, multi-generational living can be a beautiful, affordable, and meaningful choice. Helen's friend Joe, a 74-year-old retired mechanic, faced this exact situation. After losing his wife, Joe struggled with grief and the rising costs of living alone. His daughter Sarah offered for him to move in. Joe was touched, but he hesitated. He didn't want to be a disruption. He didn't want pity. Instead of saying no, Joe and Sarah had an honest conversation. Together, they created a plan that worked for both of them. They converted the garage into a cozy studio apartment, giving Joe privacy and independence. Joe contributed financially, helping with groceries and bills. He also picked up his grandkids from school and helped around the house. He wasn't a guest. He was part of the team. The result, Joe felt respected, valued, and connected. And Sarah gained peace of mind knowing her dad was safe and nearby. Living with family can also be a smart financial move. It reduces living expenses, eliminates costly care facilities, and sometimes even qualifies for tax benefits. If you're afraid of losing your independence, build a space that gives you both privacy and closeness. If you're worried about being a burden, offer what you can, whether it's money, wisdom, or simply love. Because in the end, aging well isn't just about staying alive. It's about staying connected, feeling purposeful, and choosing what makes you happiest. So what's next? In our upcoming segments, we'll reveal even more creative solutions, ones that most people don't even know exist. But for now, ask yourself this. What matters most to you as you age? Independence, family, freedom, community. Whatever your answer is, there's a path forward, and we're here to help you find it. What if your lifestyle doesn't quite match your family's? It's a common concern, but it doesn't have to be a deal breaker. The key is to set clear boundaries early, talk openly about schedules, personal space, and responsibilities. This simple step can prevent misunderstandings and help everyone feel respected. For Joe, moving in with his daughter wasn't just about saving money. It gave him purpose. It kept him socially connected and allowed him to maintain his independence, all while being close to the people he loved most. If you're even a little open to the idea, start the conversation early. Explore how it could work for your family. Because for many seniors, living with family isn't just practical. It's deeply fulfilling. Would you ever consider moving in with your loved ones if the setup was right? Let us know in the comments. But what if your family lives far away? Or maybe you want more independence and privacy? Don't worry, there's still another option. And it just might be the one you've been looking for. Would you consider sharing your home with someone else if it meant staying independent longer? Many seniors are hesitant at first, but companion-based living can be life-changing. It offers care, companionship, and even financial relief. After her health scare, Helen still wanted to live on her own, but she realized she might need a little help now and then. A nursing home didn't feel right. It was too costly, too impersonal. That's when she discovered two creative alternatives: adult foster care and home sharing. Adult foster care is a warm, family-style option for seniors who need support with daily tasks but don't require full-time medical care. Instead of large institutions, residents live in licensed private homes with caregivers who offer help with daily living. Things like bathing, dressing, medication reminders, and meals. There's companionship, a cozy, home-like environment, and personalized care, all at a much lower cost than traditional nursing homes. Helen's neighbor, Margaret, moved into an adult foster care home and quickly bonded with both her caregivers and a small group of other seniors. It wasn't just a place to live, it became a real community. Many states also offer financial assistance for adult foster care through Medicaid, making it an affordable solution for people on fixed incomes. Another powerful option is home sharing. This is when a senior offers a spare room in their home to someone younger, like a student or working adult, in exchange for light help, companionship, or lower rent. Helen's friend Carol was living alone in a big house after losing her husband. She wanted to stay, but felt uneasy being on her own. Then she joined a local home sharing program and was matched with Emma, a college student in need of affordable housing. The arrangement worked beautifully. Emma got a safe, welcoming place to live. Carol gained friendship and a helping hand with errands and light chores. Over time, they became more like family than housemates. Many nonprofits now offer home sharing services, carefully matching seniors with trustworthy, background-checked companions. It's a win-win that offers lower costs, emotional support, and help around the house. So, is one of these options right for you? If you want to remain in a home setting but don't need full-time care. If companionship and shared costs sound helpful. If you're open to creative, human-centered living solutions, then adult foster care or home sharing could be a perfect fit. They prove that independence, affordability, and human connection don't have to be sacrificed as we age. Would you open your home to a companion if it helped you stay independent? Drop your thoughts in the comments. But maybe you're looking for something a little more structured, somewhere you can live independently, but still have access to activities, friends, and support? Let's talk about 55+ communities. Imagine waking up in your own private space, stepping outside to greet friendly neighbors, joining a morning fitness class, or attending a game night, all without worrying about yard work, home repairs, or strict nursing home routines. That's what independent living and 55+ communities are all about. Helen, who had always been active and social, was starting to feel overwhelmed by the demands of maintaining her home. She didn't need constant care, but she didn't want to be isolated either. Then she found a 55+ community, and everything changed. She moved into a cozy apartment where she still had complete control over her day, but now had access to so much more. Private living spaces, like apartments or small homes, social events, like book clubs, barbecues, and day trips, on-site amenities, such as swimming pools, walking trails, and gyms, maintenance-free living. No more mowing lawns or fixing leaky pipes. Optional emergency support. Help is nearby, but never forced. Transportation was a huge plus too. These communities often provide shuttles to doctor appointments, grocery stores, or local events, removing the stress of relying on others. But the biggest benefit, the built-in social life. Helen was no longer alone. She found herself surrounded by people who shared her interests and zest for life. She went from quiet evenings alone to joining group yoga in the mornings and attending community cookouts on the weekends. Is a 55+ community right for you? If you value independence but want to avoid isolation, if you enjoy a lifestyle filled with activity, friendship, and freedom, if you like the idea of someone else handling the home repairs, then this might be the ideal alternative to a nursing home. Helen once believed that assisted living was her only future. But now, she's living life on her terms, with joy, energy, and peace of mind. Would you consider moving to a 55+ community for more freedom and less stress? Let us know in the comments. Now, are you ready for the ultimate solution? one that combines independence, affordability, and personalized care, all in the comfort of your own home. Let's talk about modern in-home care. Thanks to technology and growing community support programs, staying at home safely and confidently is more possible than ever. Helen explored every option, and in the end, she found the perfect balance. A custom mix of part-time help, telehealth, and home services that fit her needs like a glove. Here's how it worked. She hired a home health aide for just a few hours a day to help with cooking, cleaning, and personal care. She used telehealth services for virtual doctor appointments. No long waits, no traveling, just expert care from her living room. Meal delivery programs like Meals on Wheels ensured she was always nourished, even on days she didn't feel like cooking. Grocery and prescription deliveries meant she never had to leave home for essentials. With just a few smart upgrades, Helen transformed her home into a supportive space. A wearable medical alert system gave her peace of mind in emergencies. Voice-activated lights and thermostats made daily tasks easier. Video calls and social apps kept her connected and smiling. All of this cost less than a traditional nursing home, and many programs were partially or fully covered by Medicaid, VA benefits, or local non-profit services. At-home care today is not what it used to be. It's smarter, simpler, and far more personalized. So, is in-home care right for you? If you want to stay in your own home as long as possible, if you need just a little help with daily tasks, if you're open to using technology and local services to support your independence, then this could be your perfect path. Just like it was for Helen. Helen once thought a nursing home was her only choice. The rising costs, the fear of isolation, the loss of freedom. It felt like a trap. But when she opened her mind and explored her options, she discovered a new reality, one full of joy, connection, and control. From aging in place, to co-housing, to living with family. From adult foster care, to 55-plus communities, to in-home care with technology. She built a life that worked for her, and so can you. Because aging isn't about giving up. It's about taking charge. Start now. Explore your options. Talk to loved ones. Think about what matters most to you. And remember, the best solution might be the one you haven't considered yet. You deserve to age with dignity, joy, and peace of mind. And the good news? There's always a way to make that happen. Which of these options felt right to you? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if this video helped you, hit the like button and send it to someone you love. Want more uplifting and practical tips for aging well? Watch our next video right here.